I was gonna ask you if you still needed to. You should hit that.
I should just keep laughing the whole time until it catches on here. Okay. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of So Much Genergy. Happy New Year. It's me, Jenny McKinney, and I am here with Jeff Jones.
Jen, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for
New year,
being.
new me.
Yeah, new. same turn, new year.
Different shine.
Different hat, same fruitcake.
This isn't even a new hat. This hat's a couple years old.
Oh
Oh,
man. All right, Jeffy. How was your holiday?
great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, good.
It was. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Seen mom and dad New or Christmas Eve, and
Yeah.
then went to the in-laws on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yep. I was out of town right up before that,
Oh
and then
shoot,
out of
yeah.
town the day after Christmas, and then right up to New Year's Eve, which we had a real mild New Year's Eve, I felt,
Okay. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Oh
We
wait, yeah, yeah, it was. It was all right.
low key, yeah, staying
Yeah, it
safe.
wasn't too no, yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Christmas got a lot of cool stuff. Do you know it's funny? The only thing I had asked for this year was and I mentioned it to one of the kids who like strong armed me in the house in the kitchen one day and was like, "You haven't told anybody anything you want for Christmas." I go, "I don't need anything."
Yeah.
He's like, "If you could have anything," he's like, "What would you get?" And I go, "Honestly, I go hardback version of the Never Ending Story."
Oh,
I go,
so
but
good.
and because I've looked them up, and
Yeah.
so Christmas come and goes, this and that,
Yeah.
and the wife and I were talking in the living room like the night of Christmas or whatever,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Did you get everything you asked for?" I go, "Yeah, I didn't ask for anything, so everything was a bonus." And she's like, "Oh," she's like, "You didn't ask for anything?" I go, "No." I mentioned to M just the Never Ending Story hardback, and from his room, he's like, "Dad." He come out to the living room. He's like, honestly, he's like, I tried to look it up. He's like, the only ones I could find were like $200-300. I go, yeah.
Yeah.
I go, those are the ones I keep finding. I go, and trust me. I go, when no one's looking,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one.
Yeah.
I go,
You
I've
know what's so
asked and
crazy?
asked, and I can't find them anywhere.
Yeah. Somebody posted a picture from a thrift store here in Tennessee, and they were like, "What is this thing?" And it was the Falcor head. The head
Oh,
of Falcor. It's like a replica, but it's the full
sweet.
size head
That
of
would be
Falcor
that is such a find. I
in
thought you were gonna say like a
Chattanooga. It's
book.
still there. You can go see it in Chattanooga. I was like, we gotta go. We gotta get over
Nice.
there.
I would go check it out.
I would go there
But
just to see it.
so then my kid was like, "Dad, the only one I could find." He's like, "The only ones I could find were online." He's like, and they were like $200-300. I go, "Yeah." I go, "But eventually, I'm gonna pull the trigger and buy myself one."
Yeah.
Well, then like 2 days later, I was out of town. We were working nights, and I'm like, I go, I've been working a lot. It's Christmas. I go, I think I'm gonna order me the Never Ending Story. I go, I'm doing it. And so I jump online and I see the one that has the symbol, the snakes that are all
Yeah.
intertwined in the circle, and like,
Yep.
and it was a replica book of the book from the movie,
Right.
but that one was like $200. And then the other ones, like there were some that were like $400, and I'm like, so I don't feel that bad about the $200 one.
Yeah. That's
So
half
then,
off.
right, I click on it and I went to get it on Amazon, and then I start reading it, just like the everything about it, the size, the dimensions. It gives me all the book, everything,
Yeah.
and then under that, it was like, you might also like, and then they had a version, a softback version of the Never Ending Story, $22.
Were you like, yeah, I would like that. Thank you.
I go, did the universe wait till I committed to the 228 before they were like, we're joking? It was 10 times too much. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And
They're
I
like,
read,
well,
I
that's
click
worth
on the one
it.
for like 22, $23.
Yeah.
And it was called like a Puffin Classic. So I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure it was the legit story. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And not
right.
some like other
There's some
weird version.
knockoff.
Everything I could find on there had the same author.
Yeah,
Everything. I
that's
even went to the
awesome.
point of like, I Googled Puffin Classics. What is this? Is this
Yeah,
some like, nope, they are a legitimate company.
yeah.
And they actually had owned the publishing rights to the Never Ending Story after like 1986. And
Whoa.
so it was like actually like Puffin Publishing or something.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no doubt. So this is a real company. This is a real book,
it's
22
legit.
bucks. Yep. I was out of town. I click
Dang.
on it. Boom. As soon as I
Yeah,
get back, it was here.
that's awesome. Hey,
20. I
Lisa and
know.
Tanya are watching. So,
Oh,
Lisa said she loves watching us, especially like if she doesn't feel like if she's a little bit down, she likes watching us because we bring her up. We gotta bring
oh.
it up. We're
Look,
all
speaking
the
of
way
Salvation
up.
Army, look at this shirt I found at the
Okay.
Salvation Army. Look
Yeah.
at this.
What do you got? Oh.
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's Vanilla Ice. Do you remember when he was in the movie?
Yeah.
It's from when he was in the
Go
movie.
ninja, go ninja,
Look at the
go.
back of it.
Okay. Okay, so just to describe, because the people can't see on the podcast, but it's like the turtle shell, and then it says Vanilla Ice in the middle of it, and oh, yep, and it says go
Look at,
ninja, go. That's funny.
and then it's got him on the front. He's the white turtle.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Hilarious.
Hey,
Salvation
Christine.
Army.
Yeah. Oh man, that is hilarious. That's a great find.
Yeah.
Man. Oh man. All right. Well, yeah. Oh, just to jump in there, holiday was good.
Oh yeah.
Kind
How
of
was
low
your
key.
holiday?
Yeah, we did family holiday. So, um, we spent it with our friends, family, like our friend
Their
family.
families?
Well, their whole family, but we're part of the family and they're friends, so it's family. And we went to Red Lobster. Remember, we were getting cheddar cheese Jesus biscuits.
Oh, your Jesus biscuits.
Happy
It
birthday,
seems like you're
Jesus!
kind of infiltrating on your friend's Christmas, what it sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but it was a good
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Red Lobster was popping. Like, it was so busy. It was crazy ridiculous. It was busy.
Some
Everyone
places are
getting that
like that.
cheddar biscuits.
Like there's certain movie theaters that
Yeah.
like on Christmas Day you don't even go near there because there's a line to get into the
Oh,
parking
yeah.
lot. And it's
Yeah.
like
What
who
is
goes
happening?
there on Christmas Day?
I
There's a
know.
Red Robin that seems like I passed like on
Yeah.
Easter or something, and they
Right.
are loaded with people. It's like who's going? What? It's just it's families' whole traditions to go to like Red Robin on X day.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Well, hey, Jeffy. So, do you have crazy dreams?
Not very often. Maybe I may have like two a year, three, four, maybe
Oh,
no more
really?
than
Well,
four.
do you feel like you dream though? You just don't remember?
Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. I think
Oh,
I
you
would
just feel
I
like
would
you
think
don't.
I feel like I would wake up with at least some kind of like feeling.
Yeah. Do you think
Excuse
it's
me.
because
Like
you're not as visual, or do you feel like
I
you're
don't
pretty
know.
visual?
I think I'm pretty visual. I do like I
Yeah.
said, I do a lot of reading. I
Okay.
visualize great.
Okay.
Like I don't think it's that. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. I go I because when I lived in Ohio, I had a roommate who was like concerned at how heavy of a sleeper I was, and
Mm.
they were like, "You need to get that checked out." They're like, "Something is up with that, like how heavy you sleep." And I'm like, "I don't know." So then I was dating a girl, and my roommate convinced her to basically like take him somewhere and get him checked out. So I
Yeah.
went to this clinic where I stayed three different times overnight,
Okay.
and they put like a cap on me with
Yeah.
all these electrodes all over it.
Yep.
And I stay there and sleep for like it happened like one night, and then like I think 30 days later it was like another night. It was like a
Okay.
couple months
Yeah, this is
process.
serious.
And then what the results basically said was that I go right from like level one sleep
Yeah.
right to like REM, like
Yeah.
right to number four, I believe it was.
Yeah.
I think they said I skip two and three all together,
Like
100%.
you just
Like
jump right down the
just
steps
boom,
from
and
the
you're
top to the
out.
bottom, like we used to do at
Yeah.
home.
And as soon as you fall asleep, you're out. And
Yeah.
then they like, you come from like being out to like you're back.
Whoa.
Like now you're awake.
And that's aggressive because you don't have
Yeah.
time to.
No.
It's like yanked out.
Because they even asked me too, like, do you have a lot of like weird dreams? And I go like, no, I don't have like not many at
Yeah.
all. Although, like I said, there is one that I've had like repeatedly. I probably have it. I'd say out of the 4 times I dream a year, it's
Yeah.
probably one or two for sure.
Okay.
The same dream, and it's usually between
Weird.
like either I wake up like on a weekend and shut my alarm off and fall back to sleep, so
Okay.
maybe I'm not as heavy of a sleep,
Okay.
and I get and it's I only say that because I wake up the same way.
Yeah.
Like when I wake up, it's
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
And the
Like, yeah.
dream, yeah, the dream is this: is that I'm on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's the same roller coaster like the Gemini at Cedar Point, where it's
Okay.
just a steel bar that comes over your lap.
Yeah.
And so, boom, I enter the dream, and now I look down and I realize, oh, I'm on a roller coaster. Okay. But
Okay.
the bar, as soon as I say that, the bar's not locked. And every time, as soon as I realize the bar's not locked, it takes off. And we go up the first hill. So I spend the whole time going up that first hill with nothing keeping me in the seat. I spend it basically holding on to the bar different ways, wrapping my arms around it, wrapping myself like this, pushing my feet, and trying to basically stable myself
Uh-huh.
like I would even if the bar locked itself. So then we go down the hill, and as soon as we go over the next hill, I eject out of that thing like just like you would think.
Yeah.
I'm not in it. And I fall. And every time, right when I get close enough for the ground to become, I can see like grass, I wake up. Like it's not even like I get to the ground. It's not like, oh, right before impact. I assume like 30 feet from it,
Yeah.
but I'm coming out of like a, 300-foot roller coaster.
Yeah.
So I don't, it's like, but it's all of that is like maybe 1 minute,
Okay.
maybe a minute and a half. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Okay. So, would you like some feedback on that to see
What
what
is
is
it?
happening on that? Because
What is happening
because
with
today
that?
I wanted to talk about like dreams. Are they part of like downloads or like different things instead of just being a story, right? Like,
See, I feel like this stems from dad making us go to Cedar Point and ride roller coasters with him. The first year we hit
okay.
48 inches. And I think I hit 48
Oh,
inches, and he made me go on the Gemini
yeah.
repeatedly.
And it was scary.
I felt so unsafe, and like that bar is not going to keep us in. And I feel like it's because it was pushed into his lap and locked in,
Yeah, and
which
it
is
was too
still
much
like,
room.
it's still like 2 inches below my leg when I'm
Yeah.
sitting next to him.
Yeah.
It's not like that's the reason I like the corkscrew is because you were in your own seat and you had this thing that comes over you,
Yes, it
and
was
it's your
singular.
individual thing, and it's tight.
Yes.
It's
Right.
super tight. Where the
Yeah.
Gemini, it was never tight
Right.
because his leg was clearly an inch or more taller than mine.
That's so funny because I do remember that, and I remember like as a mom when I would go with Peanut thinking this isn't very safe. This is on my lap and not hers. Like she has this much room between the bar and her lap, and I felt like I needed to hold her down, which
Yep.
what's my mom arm doing? You know what I mean? It keeps
See,
people alive.
yeah. It affected me to the point that when like my kids and I went to Cedar Point, I made sure they either rode together or rode with their friends because they were similar in size.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would just sit by myself. Even I remember my youngest,
Right.
he rode with me a handful of times on the mine ride, which I felt secure
Okay.
enough that like I could keep him in the mine ride.
Yeah.
But I think that's about the only one we rode together repeatedly. But
Yeah.
any other of the bigger ones that the kids rode, I made them ride with their friends.
Gotcha. Okay, so how do you feel about Chat GPT? I know I'm like
I
off
don't
into
really,
left field right now.
I
Like,
don't know. I really don't mess with too much of that.
okay, so I use it all day, every day. I ask it questions, it gives me feedback and all the things. So I
All
was
right.
thinking, what if we put your dream in there and then we have it analyze your dream and then I'll see if this makes sense to you. Okay, we'll see
All
what
right.
it says.
See what it
Okay,
says.
so it says, absolutely, this is a very clear because I said, "Hey, can you please analyze this dream?" I talked to it like it's a person.
Yep.
So I said, it says this is a very clear symbolic dream. I'll break it down in a grounded, intuitive way rather than anything spooky or dramatic. Okay, that's kind of nice. The core theme is loss of control during rapid change. Mm. Okay. A roller coaster almost always represents life moving fast, emotionally intense Emotional intensity or being carried along by circumstances rather than choosing the pace yourself. Okay, you're on the ride, meaning you've already said yes, consciously or unconsciously, to something that's unfolding.
Okay.
Okay, the unlocked bar equals lack of safety or support. The bar is not the bar not being locked is the key. This points to feeling unprotected, not feeling fully supported, anchored, or held, trusting something or someone or even yourself that doesn't actually feel secure. So you're trying to stay seated, which shows effort and responsibility. You're doing your part, but the structure around you isn't. So going down the hill equals a point of no return. So you have momentum, a situation that's already in motion, anxiety kicking in once you realize, oh, this is happening, right? This is often tied to decisions that seemed fine at the top, but feel very different when things speed up.
Hmm.
Okay? And then being ejected means fear of sudden failure or collapse. So being thrown off rather than choosing to jump suggests fear of being forced out, loss of control, or a sudden what if everything falls apart. Important. This doesn't mean something will fail, it just reflects the fear of not being able to hold on.
Gotcha.
So seeing the ground equals
So lack of
awareness.
control.
Yeah. So seeing the ground equals awareness without impact. So you see the ground coming, but you wake up before the impact. This is actually very positive because it means your nervous system hit its limit and woke you up. And the fear is anticipatory, not experiential. You are imagining the worst case scenario, not living it. This often happens when the body is processing stress faster than the mind can resolve it. Walking out of a or waking out of a dead sleep equals your body sounding an alarm. This wasn't random. Your system is saying something feels unstable, so pay attention. You're not in
Hmm.
danger, it just is misalignment. So the big picture meaning, so here's the wrap up, is this dream suggests you're moving through change or growth quickly. Part of you feels the support systems, external or internal, aren't fully in place yet, and you're holding on, but you don't trust the safety bar. So, a gentle reframe or message from the dream is the dream isn't saying stop the ride, it's saying slow down where you can, reinforce boundaries, support, or clarity, and make sure you feel secure before the next drop. So, then it gives us some questions to reflect on, and then it'll ask, like, do you want an affirmation, or do you want me to rub your back, or,
I know. I was like, give me a lucky number. Uh,
yeah. So, do you feel like that kind of resonates?
it, I will say this that I do remember having the dream uh once right after I started the job I'm currently at, which I've been there like 3 years now.
Okay.
After right after starting that,
Yeah.
and then I've had it once. I remember being out of town,
Okay.
but I don't remember anything about that job being weird or funky or anything. I
Yeah.
just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just remember doing the job and we came back. But I do remember having it I remember it like only because of the people I was out of town with. And I remember telling them the next day at this
Yeah.
job, like, all right, so I had this dream and I've had it before,
Yeah.
you know, and one guy was like, you're afraid of heights. I go, no, I'm not, because I skydive. Well, I don't now, but
Yeah.
I've
Right.
skydived like 20 something times. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's not that.
Yeah.
I know it's not that. And I would ride roller coasters and things. It's not,
Right.
you know, I
Yeah.
don't know. But that would make more sense is that I've got into a situation or a situation is already in progress.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I basically makes a lot of it makes sense.
Yeah.
I
That's
guess,
cool. Yeah. Well, here, let me share my dream. My dream was like kind of shorter, but the explanation is a little bit longer, but are you kind of squeamish?
no, I'm not going.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that. I had to get blood drawn the other day and I don't take that well.
Oh,
I don't
did you
handle
pass out?
needles well. No, I
Oh.
took everything to stay conscious, but I felt bad because the lady on one side of me, her and I were already going around and round about this. And my wife was there and was like, just look away. And she's doing her thing. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to, and I just really wanted to cooperate with this lady. And I was
Yeah.
being so cooperative. And then all of a sudden, boom, doctor showed up. Hey, I'm Dr. So-and-so. Hey, welcome here. So what brings you in? And he's hitting me with questions. And I couldn't. I could
It was
not
too
answer him.
much.
No, because I had already been going with this lady like for like a good 7 to 10 minutes as
Yeah.
far as like, all right, well, look, you know,
Right? He comes in, he's just gonna blast you. He's
yeah,
gonna
and I
blow
was,
dart
and
you.
I just, I like, I'd committed like 2 minutes before to that to just, okay, lady, just do what you got to do. We're doing this. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And so she hits me with the IV and everything, and he comes in like a whirlwind and starts talking, and I'm looking at him and I'm looking at her, and she could tell like this ain't going
This,
good.
yeah, you're
And
gonna
I
go down.
seriously, it took everything I had to stay conscious
Yeah.
because I'd look over at her and I'm looking at this IV thing and just, she didn't even put it in yet. And she looks at me and she's like, the last thing I remember saying to her was, you have a stack? And she's like, it's only one pick, one needle. And
Yeah.
you have a stack. You had like a fist of them. I
Oh,
go, you got like a whole fist of
yeah.
them. And I'm looking at
But they
her and
only
trying
used
to see,
one.
like, I'm trying
Yeah.
to see, like, how much stuff does she have in her hands?
Yeah.
Well, I keep smelling rubbing alcohol, and I think it's the rubbing alcohol that gets me going. And then he's over here like, oh, I'm so and so, dude. He's
Yeah.
prancing around asking all these questions, and I can't focus. And finally, she's like, I'm just gonna come back. And I go, oh my God, thank you. I go, I'm not doing really well right now. And she's like, I can tell. She's like, do it. I'll be back. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right. Oh, it was a
Oh,
whole
that's
situation.
crazy. But you made it?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Okay. Well, thank goodness. All right. So speaking of squeamish, if you're a little bit squeamish right now, maybe check out or just this is just a dream, right? I'm just sharing what I saw visually in my dream, okay? So I start to feel weird in my body in the dream. Okay. And I started getting this rash. But it was like I was outside of my body watching me get a rash. So
Okay.
it starts on the right side, right here, and it's going down the right side of my neck, and it's spreading all over my body, and it's starting to blister. Like it gets red, and then it's like a phase, and it
All
starts
right.
blistering, and then it's blotchy, and I'm screaming to mom that my eczema hurts, which is crazy because I don't have eczema. And I'm like, it's never
Okay.
done this before. And she's like, hell, I don't know. So I get my shirt off and look down the sides of my body, and this is so gross. This makes no sense. But like where my abs are, like my low belly part, there's like green peppers and onions sitting there. And I'm like, I don't even know. And it looks like they're like pulled up like right here. Just like, and I was like, what? And then when I touch it, they changed to maggots. Okay, that's disgusting. Okay?
Okay.
And then the maggots change to clear liquid and start running off. Like everything just melts off. I don't even know what has happened, right? So that was the dream. I wake up and I'm like, pff, I don't know what has happened. That's disgusting. I don't have eczema. I don't know what happened. And so I started thinking, like, I need a dream book. Should I ask my mediumship friends? I mean, you can't just be talking about that kind of thing. I mean, you
I do. I
can,
bring
but
some
like,
stuff up at work.
yeah.
I
But then
do.
I was like, well, and then I'm only getting their perception, you know what I mean? Or like what is coming to them intuitively, which is great.
That's
And then,
yeah. I think of that also when I bring things up at work. Like, look at the opinions that I'm getting. Like, why do I even?
yeah. And it's
Why?
only, they're only sharing their opinion or whatever they think
Yeah,
or
but
their
it's never like
experience or
it's
this is
it's
not
that.
anything what I ever would have thought, right? Like, and
Okay.
where do I even start in a dream reference book, right? So I thought, hey, let me ask ChatGPT because it'll take all of it and put it together, okay?
Right.
So this is what it said. Okay, it said overall theme. This dream is about your system purging something old, painful, and not originally yours, and discovering that when you actually touch it, it dissolves. It's gross, because release dreams often are. The psyche doesn't do polite. The body reaction and rash, blistering skin equals boundaries. Protection, identity, and what we show in the world. So the rash spreading is something that's been under the surface now demanding attention. Blistering equals pressure that can't stay contained anymore. The fact that you don't even have eczema in real life is important because this isn't about a condition, it's symbolic about borrowed pain, inherited patterns, or stress reactions that actually aren't yours. Right side of the body, so there's, right side and left side.
Yeah.
The right side often symbolizes masculine energy, action giving, external world, others. Um, so this suggests something about overgiving, managing others, or old relationship dynamics.
Hmm.
Screaming for your mom, this points to a part of you witnessing safety, reassurance, or an old pattern seeking validation. When something hurts, instead of trusting your own knowledge, it doesn't mean dependency. It means the inner child wants acknowledgement during this release. So, taking your shirt off is actually a big deal. This is removing protection, willingness to see what's actually there, radical honesty with yourself. You didn't hide it, you looked. That's huge. Oh. Then the onions and green peppers. In infection, onions equal layers, tears, emotional processing. Green of the green peppers equals, which I never would have put this together, equals healing, heart energy, and growth. So at first glance it looks like food and nourishment, but it's actually infection. So the translation means something you once thought was fine or normal or even nourishing actually wasn't. This could be like an old relationship dynamic, a belief, a role you played, a way of being strong for others. Okay, now they're going to talk about the maggots. Okay, it said, stay with me. This is good news. Thank God they said that, right? Because I would have been out.
They know
Okay, so
that.
then they say maggots equal decay, what feeds on what's already dead, old emotional residue that's overstayed its welcome. They showed up when something is done. Like the key moment when you touched it, it turned into clear liquid and melted it off. This is the entire point of the dream. The transformation moment is the clear liquid. It equals purification, emotional truth, energy returning to neutrality. The fact that it changed when you touched it means what felt horrifying only had power until you consciously engaged with it. Once you acknowledged it, there was no fight, no resistance, no shame. It dissolved. This is master level healing symbol. What this dream is saying about you right now, you are releasing something that attached itself during a painful chapter, letting go of identity level residue, not just thoughts, moving from this hurts and I don't know why to oh it's leaving, and more importantly why. Or I'm sorry, oops, excuse me, there was a Y on here, it's part of you. You are no longer afraid to look. If this dream were a message, it would say, what you feared was already dying. Your attention finished the process. Nothing is wrong with you, something is leaving.
Hmm.
Would you have gotten any of that from
No, no, I would not.
that?
Have you tried to look up any of these individually in a dream book?
No,
Like just look up what does eczema mean?
no,
Okay.
no, I don't have a dream book.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
Amy was
I assumed you would
asking
have
if we
had
could.
some.
I had dream books before, but it's kind of like booby rock books, right? Like they're only giving you their suggested interpretation of it, you know?
Right.
So
Right.
what I like, and I know chat is just an AI tool, but I like that it put all the information together, which I felt like my whole face was like, "Oh my god, this is so crazy amazing." You know? But yeah, I would have probably looked up like onions, I would have looked up green peppers not
Yeah.
realizing like part of the color, not even
Yeah.
thinking, which totally makes sense. Yeah, I don't know.
Like even in mine, I think you'd have to look up something pretty and probably even as vague as just falling or falling from a cart. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't think you would get you
So
wouldn't it
what
wouldn't take all of it as a whole. You would
so
have
what
to
I've
just look
actually
up.
heard from like different mediums and spiritual teachers and mentors is that when when you fall and you actually hit the ground, that's you, because like you'll be outside your body and then you'll come back into your body. So like when you're falling, it's actually you coming right back into your body.
Gotcha.
Because I can remember when I was little, I had a dream I was falling literally from the sky, like through the clouds, down through, and I landed on the ice. And I remember I had just like my face was all bloody, but when I woke up, I had a bloody nose.
Oh,
And that really freaked me out. I was like, well, you don't have to jump in your body that hard. Like, can't we
right.
just like a feather?
Why
Just
not
like,
just roll into it, lay next to it, and just roll?
yeah.
Why has there got to be any
Can we
kind of
just hug?
impact?
Can we just be like,
Right? Just,
let's hug? Or like, on Ghost when
I was gonna
like
say, why don't we just have a ghost situation?
when when he's rubbing the clay, like just do that and then just walk in to your body. I mean, like, hello, there's easier ways.
Yeah, don't always have to just be coming in terminal velocity.
I know. That's so crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Well, hey, Jeffy, next time let's talk about past lives. Okay? So next week we're going to talk about past lives and I'm
Would you
real
call it
excited.
past life retribution?
Regression.
Regression.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
why I sounded so much more vengeful when you
past
said
life
that
regression,
earlier.
I'm like, "Oh, yeah,
I
cuz
don't know
you
why I was thinking.
regress back."
Yeah, I think I was thinking.
You said you wanted to do a past life progression.
Oh, progress. That is what I thought you had said earlier. What did I say? Retribution
Yeah.
from past life
No.
retribution. I
That's
was
when
like,
you're like your
so
Viking self
vengeful.
come back and be like, "Roar!"
Oh, yeah. No, either one of those I'm good with.
Yeah. So I'll tell you about my experience because I have another class coming up or another experience coming up in February. So I'm going to tell you about my first one before I go to the second one.
All
Yeah.
right. All
But
right.
before we go, are you reading any good books other than The Never-Ending Story?
I have another one I started. It's a James Patterson book my wife got me for Christmas.
Yeah.
She took a shot in the dark. I read a lot of James Patterson, and she bought one that I have never even heard of. Not only
Whoa.
have I not heard of it, there's like 4 pages in the back that are just like 1 page ads of other books he has written. And I haven't heard of any of them.
Oh,
And
weird.
I even started second guessing, like,
Like, is this even the same guy?
yeah, like one of the books it talks about is called James Patterson. James Patterson. And it's a book about him, which I didn't even know that existed. Like everything I know about James Patterson, I think I learned from like Fresh Air,
Yeah.
like with Terry Gross or
Right.
something. Um,
Oh, that's
but
funny.
no, so she got me a James Patterson book called hmm, Bring Out the Dead,
Mm.
Dead Confidential.
Oh,
I just started it last night. Just
okay.
started it.
Yeah.
Uh, Other than that, I'm reading that, and I'm trying not to start the Never Ending Story, which did
Oh,
show up. But I know if I start it,
it's
I'm
hard.
gonna start
Yeah.
canceling plans with people.
Yep.
Things, you know.
Yep.
So I'm
I
gonna wait
do.
until I go out of town and take that with me,
Okay.
because then
That's so
that's when I
hard.
benefit.
Yeah.
That's why I started the James Patterson when I got one to tide me over, because I'll be reading that probably until I go out of town again.
Okay. So this is what I did. I had two books. One I am listening to on Spotify. Which did you even know you could listen to books on Spotify?
Yeah, I know. It
I
was
don't know how I
like a
didn't
year
know
ago.
that.
My kid started listening to a book, and he's like, "You need to listen to this book." And I go, "You listen to books?" And he's like, "Yeah, on Spotify." And he sent me the link to the book. And when I was driving to a job, it was like in Virginia. I think I had like 8.5 hour
Yeah.
drive. 8 hours. I listened to this whole book on the way.
That's amazing.
Spotify.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I got a book on Spotify and then I got a physical book so that I can be in between. I can do both. But so my Spotify book I'm listening to is a Janla Van Zant, so it's called Spiritual Hygiene. And she's talking about just like how to be spiritually clean and like get rid of things, especially like if you have, you know, traumatic events that have happened. You know, a lot of times we just keep it in our body, and she's talking about how to get it out of your body. So,
Hmm.
you know, sometimes like we don't know how to get it out. Like if you were, let's say you come from a family that like didn't talk about certain things, and then you don't feel safe to talk about things now, you know, so it'd just be related to how you are now. And if I feel like there's a lot of people working on themselves, and not that
Especially
anything's
because it's the new year.
new year, and let's get rid of all that crap so we can just be the person that we're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, let's leave it in the bathroom, you know?
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, spiritual hygiene, that's the one I'm listening to. So good. So good.
Send me a link to that, especially if it's in Spotify, because that
Yeah.
I have a lot of time. I
Okay.
feel like
Yep.
not right now, but when I go
Oh,
out of town, I have so much time to
yeah.
like
So
listen to
good.
stuff.
And then I'm reading this book called Conversations with Money by the
Okay.
Money Shaman. Okay. And this is so crazy. Okay, so he says this is actually a book about prosperity hygiene. So there's a theme of let's get clean, bitches, right?
Some serious cleansing.
Yeah, seriously cleansed. So the really cool part about this book is some about well, I'm only like maybe a quarter of the way through, and he writes it in the sense of like he's having a conversation with the energy of money.
Hmm.
So like he's channeling the energy of money, kind of like he's talking about how money is the same as like water. You know how like when you talk rude to water, it changes the energy of it. You know how I sent you those studies,
Yep.
and it's the same thing. He's talking about how like if the energy of the money coming to you is not cleansed and cleared, that when it gets to you, it can actually infect you.
Tainted.
Yeah, which is so crazy. And then he was talking about on this podcast, he was talking about how like that's why it's really hard for money to come to people from the lottery because there's so many people like coming in there with like lack energy to play it.
Yep.
You have like 16 billion people playing it all with lack energy, and then like how's that supposed to get to you? And then when you do get it, you know what I mean? I didn't get
Yep.
to that part, but yeah, but he was
Next
talking
thing you
about
know, you're blowing it on go karts and parapropters.
I mean, there's going to be signs. I know. Oh man. Then you
Here to
can own your own
drain.
roller coaster.
Yeah, the guy at work and I were talking about like, what would you do if you won the lottery? And I said, honestly, I'd buy an empty ass warehouse and turn it into a kick ass go kart track for me and
Yeah.
my friends.
Yeah.
I go, I wouldn't even run it like a business. Not looking to make money. Just need people to race with.
Yep. Just to
Yep.
have a good time. That's what we do in Hilton Head every single time. And maybe can you not have like a full face helmet requirement? I'm claustrophobic and I don't like that.
I like
So
that. I feel like I'm a fighter pilot. I feel
I
even
can't
less taken
breathe.
away physically. Like,
I can't breathe in that. That's why I can't ride them there. Because I won't
oh,
wear the full face. If I could wear the open one with goggles.
oh, see, around here, the only ones that have the full face are if they're gas powered. Like if
Oh,
they're electric, you
yeah.
just I don't even think you have to wear goggles or anything.
Oh,
I wear my glasses, but
yeah.
the only one, and I feel it's the full face because of like the one in front of you might blow some smog out its exhaust.
Oh, yeah. No,
My
I feel like
guess.
these are electric, but I
That's
don't know. But
ridiculous. Yeah.
still,
What's the
yeah.
point of the?
So
Yeah.
let's
I
win
don't
the
know.
lottery. But yeah, so I'll have more information on that, but I'll send you that. I'll put both resources and a really good video where I found the Ayanla book. So there's a lot of people who are finding like challenges in how to communicate with like friends, family, especially this year. One of the themes is you're going to find your voice and you're going to say the things that you need to say. And so a lot of people are going to start saying things that are very uncomfortable or they're not sure how to. And the main thing is with that, you just want to practice. So like seriously, talk to yourself out loud, talk in the mirror, say it to a friend instead of like to the person that you need to. So by like you're a little more confident. You know what I mean? What?
Yep.
You just laughing
Nothing.
about talking to yourself?
The other day, the news was talking about people having a soft launch for the re-entry back to the workplace after the holidays.
Oh,
We were in a restaurant and I started laughing so hard. A
about
soft
soft
launch
launch?
and re-entering the workspace. I had
Like
like
how's a soft
48
launch?
hours off.
Yep.
Like, yeah. And oh
That
yeah,
made me
they're
think of workaholics.
what you just said is what they said though is they were like, what you should do is practice a speech that only gives out as much information as you want to give out and
Yep.
have out there, and you should practice the speech at least to 30 minutes before leaving the house on the day of the reentry. And it was like, what are you talking about?
Re-
This
like
was
you've
on
done
the
this.
news.
What? Like, this is
It-
actual story
oh
of like how to
yeah,
get people back in the workforce. Like, you were
dude.
only gone for
It
the
was on more
holidays.
than one because one mentioned about the re-entry into the workplace, and the wife and I were losing it laughing about it.
Yeah.
And then we come home, and the one on TV was about a soft launch back into the workplace after the holidays and the New Year. It was like,
Yeah. What is happening? Soft
how
launch.
much time people taking off? Like, you don't even hear about kids having like a soft launch or a re-entry into the school year.
Yeah.
They get like 2 months off. Like,
Right. Soft launch. That means like it's almost making an excuse why you don't remember anything, or you're like, "Hey, are you busy?
that's what
Can you
I
help me out
said.
over
I
here?" And you're
said,
like, "Oh,
I
I'm
said,
on a
all this
soft
is
launch."
doing, yeah, this is just giving people an excuse and a reason to be crappy at work.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've had a bad reentry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've had a hard launch because as soon as I
Yeah.
walked in, I had to deal with dirt, and
Yeah,
it's
and you're
like,
like, "This is
oh,
a customer service job. Welcome back." Yeah.
I'm just trying to order a coffee, sir.
I know. Right. What the heck? I just want a stack of pancakes. Endless.
Oh yeah. When
Oh
you
man.
said that, practice the speech, just
Practice.
rehearse it
No, I'm
yourself. I
not talking
started
about a
thinking,
soft
what are
launch.
we
I'm
having a
talking about
re-entry
like,
to work?
well, and just to share too, sometimes people, if they haven't had the safe space to like have a conversation, what happens is when you're trying to get things out, sometimes it comes out louder, and then you have to yell it because your voice is, shrinking, or your throat's closing, or it's super uncomfortable. So then the other person gets automatically defensive because now you're yelling, but you're just yelling to get it out.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why they were saying to practice. But I'll put a link to that video. It was like her and Oprah talking. I know, but like it's the Oprah podcast. But they were talking about like
Should have
just
led with that.
no. Well, I mean, it's just good to have like good information and resources. I've actually sent that video to a few people. It's been super helpful, just because of like hard things that they're going through. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the exact same situation that they're going through, but the support is still the same, you
All
know.
right. I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah. So, not only that, like with the dreams that we've had and the downloads that we got and the stories that came from there, and you know like just sharing that information and then having resources, to share with people. I'm excited for this year. Are you excited for this year?
Yeah, it'll be a year.
Yeah, it'll be a year. What did you say the one time? Wherever I go, there I am.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. 2026. Worry about nothing. Nothing be all right.
I did tell somebody the other day, like, I'm excited for champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
Caviar dreams. No, like my kid said, he's like, it's 2026. He's like, it's kind of hard to get so excited about 2026. He's like,
Yeah.
2025, I get it. He's like, even 2027 has some flair to it. He's like,
Oh,
but 2026,
oh, really? Is it
he's
thing
like,
with like odd or even
I don't know.
numbers?
He's like, that just sounds like that was a year. He's like, that reminds me of like 2018. Like,
Yeah.
what were you doing in 2018? Like, he's like, don't know. Same thing I'll be doing in 2026. It's like, wow.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm excited. I feel like there's going to be a lot of like really good change, really good things happening for people, but here's the thing. You have to be ready for like good or bad consequences of the things that you're doing, right? Like if you finally find your voice and you have to say those things, there are going to be consequences, meaning like somebody might be mad at the things you are saying,
Yeah,
and
he's
that's
probably gonna punch
okay.
you in the face.
That's okay. Because those are the things. Because now you have a black eye, but you got to say what you needed to say.
Right. You got a reminder for the next
Yeah.
3 weeks of what you said.
No, but there could be fallout, right? And
Yeah.
but at the same time, like I'm just saying that because there's going to be some people who are going to be on the receiving side of that, where just have compassion and give those people some space because they've held things in for a long time. It can be even, like, hey, there's something I need to say. I don't know how to say it, and then here it is. And then they just have to like word vomit on you, and then that's how it is because that's what they need to say. And you just need
Yeah.
to listen. You don't have to answer right then either. Take time to process that, you know? It's kind
Yeah.
of like when somebody gets sick, you got to put the wood chips on it and let it calm down. You know?
Jesus. Spread that sawdust.
I know you got to calm that down, and then it gets all cleaned up, and then
Come
it's
back,
like,
sweep it up, hit it with a
yeah,
vacuum. It's your choice.
I know. And then it's like, hey, we're all good. Just take it
Still
away.
smells like it.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't know why that reminds me of the smell of an elementary school.
Yeah, for real. Man, was there like
Yeah,
Pepto mixed in with that wood
I don't
chips?
know.
Why
I
was
feel
that?
like something
It was
was
so weird. Yeah.
asbestos.
Oh my god. All
Ugh,
right. Oh, hey, one last thing. Chrissy was saying she'd ride go karts with you.
sweet,
Yeah. Yeah.
sweet.
She's. Yep.
Oh,
I
one
just.
more thing too. I
Yeah.
showed you my shirt earlier. I don't normally tuck my shirt in. I had a flannel on that I took off before we recorded. I just realized when I stood up, I could tell you could see that my shirt was tucked in, and I normally don't just walk around with a tucked in shirt.
Oh, I wasn't judging. I didn't care what you're doing.
I almost pointed that out earlier, but I was halfway through a story about
You
my
know
dream.
what? I'm gonna be laying in bed tonight going, why that guy tuck it that? Why was it like go ninja go? But I couldn't see it because it was tucked in.
It was
Like, why is
tucked
that
in.
guy
Was he
touching his?
pulling it? Why is he tucking his shit
Why is it
in?
tucking his shirt in?
Probably to show
That's
off his New Balance.
yeah. What do
So
you have
I
on?
was
Like a
thinking.
seatbelt?
I
A
was halfway
belt?
through my story about my dream, and I thought I need to say something about my shirt being tucked in. I can't
That
work it
wasn't
into
in the
this
chat
story.
GPT part.
So I actually can't. I really can't figure out a way to work it into this dream story. But before we end this, I'm going to say something about it.
All right. So
Can't
we've
let
been
people
through
just go
dreams,
on out.
books, uh, saying what you need to say, your throat chakra, getting punched in the throat, and
Oh,
then.
look at it. Because I had a flannel on.
All right.
I don't
Well,
like
hey.
then when I don't tuck this one in, it hangs lower than my flannel, and I don't like
Oh,
that. I don't want
that
a
you're
t-shirt
trying
hanging
to
out of the
look like
bottom of
that
my
guy.
flannel. No, I'm not. So I tucked it in, looking
Man,
like a weirdo.
dang. That is some vanilla ice stuff. Oh my god. All right. Well, hey, thanks for tucking your shirt in and sharing your dreams and your wishes and all the woo woo stuff.
All
Like a good
right.
time. Yeah, but hey, past life regression. We're gonna talk about past lives next time. What do you just like to take a guess? What do you think one of your past lives would be? Just if you just are taking a quick guess.
I'd say somebody who cleaned up the side of the highway. What?
That's marvelous.
What?
Oh my god, do you have a yellow vest
No.
on? Oh, okay. No, you're
No.
risking it. You're just going to get hit.
Well, I don't think we even had safety back then.
Oh, okay.
That's not. That wasn't a
Oh,
thing.
okay. Like, is this like after chain gang kind of thing?
No, this is probably like just I don't know, in the
Last week?
'60s. I don't know, probably in the '60s.
Okay. All right, we're going to talk more about that. So, we'll pick up on that next week, okay?
You ass.
That is so stupid.
You dick.